better life. Let's make it real. This is a better life. From scars to stars, from pain to bulletproof, to reach a better life. A better life with you. Talking news, pop culture life, love and scandal, heart to heart. No playing small, we rise, we fall, we laugh, we do it all. A better life is one brave call to reach a better life. Let's build a better life. Let's build a better life. A better life to reach a better life.
Good
I love the
evening. I do too. I actually do play it quite a bit at home because I think it's a bot.
Oh, it totally is. I love it.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Let's see. Can I show the comments in stage? I'm gonna try this. So, I'm gonna post a comment here. Hello, everyone. I wonder if I'll be able to see. So, welcome to Teresa Better Life. I am here with Ken's Existing to Thrive. She's a content creator on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Anywhere else?
Nope, that's all for now.
Same.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like I can't keep up. There's always a new one coming.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Rumble.
Mm-hmm. There's Threads now.
Threads, Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm at Teresa Better Life, LIF on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Because they wouldn't let me put the E. That's too many characters.
Oh, dang it. You got most of it.
Yeah,
I'm not on there right
now. Let's see. What is that Lemonade on TikTok?
Oh, I don't know what that is. I'll get notifications about it, but I have no idea.
So I had a notification the other day and it said Lemonade, and I went ahead and did it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it wants all my information. Forget about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I exited out, but now I get notifications from Lemonade and I have no clue what it is or what it's for.
I thought it was supposed to be like it's like a Pinterest version of TikTok.
How would that work? I guess like a Pinterest. So
kind of like, so like the photo, so like the layout would look like Pinterest. How when you scroll on like the homepage, it'll sometimes show a video, but instead of it being a link, it'll just like autoplay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
how long have you
I don't know.
been?
I don't get on it, so yeah. It's just it'll send me a notification.
Okay, so Isaac says it's like TikTok. Kind of a lot of people are using it, apparently. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
there we go.
we're gonna run out of time to put everywhere, to post everywhere. Because already, when I make a video, I put it on TikTok, and then I have to go over to YouTube, and there's probably an app or some sort of thing that you could do everything at once, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked into that yet, but I think there is. And some of the editing software programs will do that for you as well. If you just did one whole video, it'll just auto put it on all of your channels.
Okay, yeah, that's something. That's definitely something I could use for sure, because I get I go everywhere quickly. Yeah. Okay, so what platform did you start out on?
I started on TikTok about like a year and a half ago. What about you?
Okay. Let's see. Well, Facebook.
Facebook. Okay, yeah.
I've
Love it.
been on Facebook. And then
Mhm.
when I decided, like, I did a tiny little bit on Instagram when really it was just pictures back when Instagram was really a place just to do your pictures and stuff. And then it
Right.
started going more into what it is now.
Mhm.
And so that was just in, gosh, 5 months ago. I s- I started doing Instagram a lot, and then TikTok at about the same time. So I'm learning all of it, all at the
Well, you
same
did a great job.
time. Thanks. Well, actually, I think I'm better than my older kids. So,
Like, you're gonna be teaching them stuff.
well, I kept them off of social media for so long because I was so against it.
Yeah, I get why it's a scary place, and now with AI, it just makes it even worse. So I don't even know.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why
and
I don't
so
even show my like kid and like social media on any post or anything. That's
yeah,
why you don't see me like post his face or anything.
and screen time.
Mhm.
That was a limit. So, but now I'm the worst of everybody.
Yeah, it ends up that way for all of us. We're all just, like, too glued to it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Get your name.
Yeah. So when did you start covering the Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds stuff?
Let's see. Okay, first, what
Mhm.
does existing to thrive mean?
Gosh, it's really just about existing to thrive, like what it says. So originally, I started off just posting, almost like ASMR content of just like being more in the moment kind of thing.
Mhm.
And because I didn't like do no, I did like no face contact or content. And then like started working my way up to starting to talk about just different hot topics in the moment that, caught my eye, or documentaries that I watched, or CIA documents. That's about it. What
Okay.
about you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same, the concept of
Yeah.
thriving
Right.
and creating a better life,
Mhm.
and it's something I think all of us want. So
Right. Yeah.
that's been I've been all over the board. So I've been through, like many of us, different stages of my life, different eras.
Yeah.
Called Taylor Swift. But
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's the one thing that has been consistent, with all
Mhm.
the different moods and all that? And I'm like, well, it's always just been, better to improve in some way. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, so that's
I
it.
love that mindset.
Yeah, thanks. And yeah, well, with the Justin Baldoni stuff, I started paying attention to it. Well, I mean, I heard in August about was it August? Was it last August when the premiere, when it first
Yeah.
started coming out?
Yeah.
And they said that he had given Blake Lively some trouble,
Mhm.
and I'm like, "Oh, what a jerk," probably did.
Mhm.
Another one of those, and all that, and I didn't really pay attention. And then then the premiere, I heard about the premiere somehow. That was the time when I really started jumping online and thinking less about cable and network news.
Yeah.
And and after, like, right after the election last year,
Mhm.
I don't know, I kind of felt like, man, I want to research some stuff with the upcoming election. And
Mhm.
I just kept having this feeling that we did not know or get half the news that we should. And
Right.
I had people telling me, stop listening to the Today Show. Stop listening to they all have, like, they're all biased and blah, 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 blah. So I started looking at all kinds of different things. And then it just so
Mhm.
happened that I came across the Justin Baldoni stuff and
Mhm.
started paying attention to what everybody was saying.
Right.
And then looking at, I mean, thinking Blake Lively isn't as innocent as she seemed, but then especially when all the proof started dropping, all of that stuff. So then I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
it just, like, caught your eye, like, immediately. Did you think it was
yeah,
gonna be as big as the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp
I
Like,
had no idea. I
Mhm.
didn't pay attention to the the Depp trial.
Oh, okay.
I just heard like little pieces here and there, like when she, defecated on his pillow and stuff
Right, yeah,
like
that
that.
was a huge
Just
one.
just like the big stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
okay. And then like she faked the makeup, the bruises
Yes,
with
because everyone
makeup.
saw the, palette.
And
Yeah,
yes. And so I was like, okay, well, so that's pretty
yeah.
much all I knew. But, and
Okay.
I did not, well, I figured there was so many people covering it, and
Yeah.
it was there. And then that, along with the news uh,
Mhm.
type creators and stuff like that, I had all kinds of thoughts, and I always do. And
Yeah.
I just had this burning to jump in and to add my voice to all of it and see
Mhm.
where it goes.
Mhm. Well, you're doing amazing, so keep going.
Well,
That's
you're
awesome.
amazing, and you are
Thank you.
so witty and funny, and you
Thank you.
always make me laugh. Did you follow the Depp Heard trial?
I followed, like, kinda like you with, like, the news, and I watched some of the documentaries that came out about it,
Hmm.
but it just seemed like crazy, and I would just watch some of the reels of all the other content creators that were covering it. It was just insane.
And then, so when did you start? So
Um,
you've been on
yeah,
TikTok for a year and a half.
yeah, I started seeing, because I was a fan of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, so I actually, like, when Blake Lively's hair company came out, the Blake Brown, I literally bought the products. So
You
that's what's funny
did?
about the whole situation
You
is, like, I was
did?
actually a fan of you, and I have documentation of me buying it.
No, tell
So,
me about it. Tell
yeah.
me,
Like,
what
some
did
of
you
them
buy?
I didn't mind, for some of them, I didn't mind the smells, but I had to stop using it because it was, like, literally making my scalp have, like, almost like an allergic reaction. So I kinda
No.
stopped. Yeah, yeah,
No way. And did you
yeah.
take it
I think it's
back?
because the fragrance, because, like, as soon as you open it, well, 1, okay, the biggest issue I had with it was when you buy it, there's nothing that's sealing it. So anybody, if someone wanted to, like, tamper with her products, they would literally just, like, dabble things in it there, and you wouldn't know because there's no
Wow.
seal or cap, like, closure thing, so whatever. And then her, like, it's like a conditioner thing, it comes in a tin can. So as you're squeezing it, it's like it forms, like, it gets the squeeze, like, look, so it just looks
Oh,
like this big ball of aluminum. And then you
yeah, it's
can't
all
even get all
crumbly.
the product out because it's metal, and so you can't, like, you know, bend it down how you normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
weird. Yeah, it was that thing.
Ew.
But so,
D-
like, I was already kinda, like, into, like, seeing what she's up to, and so my algorithm showed me the, reels about the premiere, and, I leading up to it, I had seen, her picture all over Target basically of, you know, the movie premiere poster, of her
Okay.
face or whatever. And so I thought it was gonna be a rom-com, so I almost went to see it, but then ended up watching the trailer just to see, what I was getting myself into. And that's when I realized, no, this was actually going to be a huge trigger, like, let's not do that. And then, the reels started coming out about the premiere, and I just noticed that, the cast starring, lead wasn't there. And then everyone else noticed as well, so it was just a weird, that's what piqued my interest the most. And at first I believed Blake because, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, but then
Yeah.
the more you find out, it's just like it's just not adding up.
Yeah. So did you just listen to other content creators, or were you one of
Mhm.
the sleuths that like went digging in?
Originally I just started, you know, kind of talking about what was, the headlines of it, and then, oh, once he came out with his website, that's really when I started actually doing more digging into everything. And I even came out with a whole like visual calendar of what happened, of what he said happened. So you could actually see, like, she literally was messing with him every single day was a different, like, problem she was creating. And it's just like you can kind of see, like, what hell he was in, basically. And
Have you
yeah, it
ever
was
worked
nuts.
with anybody like that?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
You have.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
And then, yeah. It was
how did it turn out?
She ended up getting fired, but before doing so, she put everyone on a live Zoom call together because it was like the work team, Microsoft's Teams.
Yeah.
And she, basically let everyone know that she was getting fired and went on a whole rant about all of her bosses and was just like, F you, Robert. It was a whole
Oh
thing.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's crazy.
they made a new rule that after, so they basically take away your lock screen and all of your privileges and access before they fire you now. Because
So they got to catch you just at the right time. So you're not like,
yeah,
wait, I'm locked out. I might be
yeah,
fired.
yeah, because she told everybody like she was just spilling all sorts of tea like before she went and just like talking crap on anyone that she wanted to right before leaving. It was nuts.
Can you
I've never
imagine
seen anything like that.
having to work with Blake? Like,
No. Oh gosh.
and what's amazing to me, well, and I guess it's because of the power that they have, but what's amazing to me is nobody has said much.
I feel like people are scared, like, because it's like, just because she continued to say, she's friends with Taylor Swift and also how much money Ryan does have and not just money, but connections. I'm sure, and I'm sure he's, you know, hearing about the stories of Justin in the apartment and him calling everybody. I'm sure he might have called everybody and just been like, what's your guys' take on this? Like a subtle threat, kind of. What do you
Yeah.
think? Like, why do you think they haven't said anything?
Um, like even before, well,
Mm.
nobody's really said anything about them negative that I know of a ton. I
Yeah,
mean,
they haven't said
now I'm
anything
hearing
either
stuff.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm hearing stuff like just about the distant past
Mhm.
with Blake's stuff like that I had no clue of her other like magazine or whatever
Right.
she
Yeah,
was trying
I
to
didn't
do.
know any about that stuff when I was a fan of her. So yeah, that was all news.
And I didn't know they were powerful. And I hate saying
Yeah.
powerful because like how can they be so powerful? I haven't even like heard about them, but I guess that's where
Mhm.
it is that where you get your power is when you're sort of like in the background and quiet and nobody like you're just like
Oh yeah. Like
gathering
most
all this
of the
power.
wealthiest people, we don't even know their names. Like their family
Yeah.
elites that we don't even know about.
It's the ones like that we don't know about that we have to be worried about. And so like
Yeah.
they've been operating under the radar and
Mhm.
I would love for it to come out like all this stuff over these past years. Sometimes
Oh,
it feels like it's going to it's at a tipping point to where it might go that way and it
mhm.
doesn't. Like
I
something
know
kind
every
of
single time you think you're gonna catch them, it doesn't. But I
yeah.
think I think it'll be when we get to the trial and actually get to see their text messages, or at least hear about them. Because then I think that'll be like really telling. Because then you can actually see the difference between how Blake is talking versus how Justin and Jamie have been. Because they already
Yeah.
have multiple times where Jamie and Justin have said, "Make sure this isn't us. Like we don't want to be talking crap on them," and just like even sticking up for Blake and saying like they're glad that she got a good article written about her. So it's like they've been saying good things. So I'm sure there's going to be a night and day difference.
Yeah. Did you catch all the stuff that just came that that were unsealed with the chat, the signal
Yeah.
chat?
Yeah, they're just like little teddy bears, and it's like, this is what I'm talking like, why do you guys keep posting this like this is a gotcha moment when it just proves the other case?
That's the thing that baffles me.
Yeah.
Okay, do you think they're really that delusional to where they think it
I
is a gotcha moment? Are
I
they
truly don't know. Because it's like at this point, like they've made so many like really big mistakes where it's just like, or is someone on the team deliberately like trying to like completely destroy her career, or is there like another motive? Like I don't know. Because it doesn't make sense how someone could be so dumb.
it makes
But
no sense. Like I'm like as if you're a person,
yeah.
right? And you can read context and you've been alive a while and
Mhm.
you can read she's reading. Is she not reading this and just letting her attorneys like do read all this stuff and go, okay, here's what we're doing next? And she's like, yeah, okay. Like, I can't even imagine.
Well, and it's like, even like, I think that Ryan is the one that's, steering the rein on all of this. And he's like a networking genius. So I'm not going to put it past him. Like, he's not this dumb. Like, so there's no way he would be unless he's purposely making this mistake. I don't see how he would just be like clueless. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I started to watch his documentary, the soccer documentary. Did you watch that?
I didn't watch that, but I did see clips of that Liz Plank was in it. What did you think of the documentary?
So I liked it. So when I started watching it, so my intention when I started watching it was to see this terrible person. Like, let me see this glimpse of what I'm thinking he is, or what everybody's thinking he is. I want to analyze. I want to analyze him, right? And have times where I can go, oh, see it right there. Mm-hmm. And there were none of those times. Mm-hmm. I got like in the feel good, emotions of like what he's doing for this team. But then when I step back from there and look at this, the success they're having and what he's doing for the team, I can see it's just a moneymaker. It's just another way to make money.
Right. And they're very good at acting that, because like I said, that's why I was originally a fan of them. But no.
It's just
the story behind it is like really sweet, but I can, like you said, it is a moneymaker.
It is. And Rob McElhaney says that he's the one who approached Ryan and asked for Ryan for the money and to invest in all of this. And the only reason, I mean, I feel like we all could win if we had enough money to throw at everything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, so I don't know. I keep looking to see if I can see something. I mean, there are things, the interview on the red carpet when he said to that kid.
Yeah, that was so rude. And then there's something about Eugene. Did you hear about that?
No, what's it?
Eugene Levy. I guess he was like being really snippy with him on the red carpet as well. But I wasn't for sure, just because the video for me looked a little like it could kind of be misconstrued just because you weren't there,
Or if Eugene Levy was part of it, because Eugene Levy's kind of
he is in the film.
Funny. Yeah, I think he can be just sort of like campy or whatever. Yeah, I can't. That's what's hard to parse out, is what's real and what's not. That's what's so frustrating about Hollywood and politics.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Especially now, like this last few years, we've been able to see how, even just like with the Blake Lively case, like the biggest lesson in all of this is just how manipulative like the media is, because you still like, with the content creators, how many of them didn't talk about it, or just how they discussed like their bias with the Justin versus Blake. So it's like, imagine what the media is doing about other events that aren't Hollywood related.
Yeah.
And even like with, the pandemic that happened, Facebook came out and said that the government did tell them like what to regulate and what not to. So it's like, they're letting us know they are starting to manipulate it, and they are starting to pay content creators to say a certain thing to like get people to go a certain way. So I get why Blake, is all thinking there's a smear campaign, but it's probably because she might be doing it.
She's doing it for sure all along since she got on set.
Yeah.
So Jeff
even
said,
the names of the bots, you can tell like Blake picked that one.
I can't even tell the bots. I go in there and I'm like, okay, where's the bots? I'm so cool.
Most of the time they don't have a picture.
Well, Jeff said, unless Ryan thinks even bad publicity is good publicity, it doesn't make any sense otherwise. True.
Well, and that's why I thought they were trying to purposely like make almost everyone against them to kind of give him a muse for his next big project as like a huge like horror film where he's the star lead and he's a villain. I don't know. There's Ryan's Ryan.
Excuse me. So I don't know. Throbbing says evening nerds. That's quite a screen name. Is that a bot?
I don't know.
It has a picture.
I can't tell the difference between bots on YouTube yet, so
Yeah.
TikTok makes it easy.
I wouldn't know. Good evening. I'll just say throw. I'm not saying your full screen name. Sorry. Ray. Okay, if you were Blake's, do you think that she talked to Taylor Swift about
Oh my
all the
gosh, yeah.
nonsense?
Like, I think Taylor Swift knows way more than what everyone's like letting on, because it's like they were best friends. Like, what are you talking about? They were pictured together almost every week. Even when she was at the Eras tour, Blake was going there multiple times. So it's not like she just went to the concert and left and didn't hang out with Taylor after. Come on. Like, and then they were even had a whole paparazzi runway show, on the streets of New York with Sean Levy and Gigi Hadid and her boyfriend. I'm totally blanking on his name right now. He's I think it's Cooper something, but yeah. And
Okay.
so I'm like, I just know that like Blake was probably going to say like, if you do this for me, we could have Taylor come and do a photo shoot with Blake and Justin and the whole cast as like a promo for the movie, because they also used her song in their movie trailer. And she's also promoted multiple of their projects. So it's not something that like she hasn't done before.
Yeah. So if she knew, what do you think she knew? What do you?
I think Blake just probably spilled her guts. Honestly, that's why she doesn't want Taylor Swift anywhere near it, because she's gonna see, oh, Blake was talking about how much she enjoyed being on set, and it was just such a lovely time, and how amazing Justin was, and and then eventually, just talking about coming to the apartment and her writing it, or maybe just Blake writing it. But yeah, there's something. What do you think Taylor is going to end up getting deposed because that scheduling issue?
Well, see, that's the thing is, it would be interesting if she decided to, because she only gave them certain dates.
Right. But
So
I think they can still kind of, not really force her, but kind of,
Right. So what would be amazing, and I'm hoping for, is if she comes back and says, okay, yeah, I can come in.
Yeah.
Okay, because they have to schedule her before, what's the cutoff date? Is it over?
I think the beginning of November. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So what are the dates that she gave them?
Okay, so then maybe it's the end. Yeah. Because I think she gave them in October. So maybe it was like the end of September is when they have, because she gave them the end of October for her scheduling dates, because it was like October 22nd through the 28th.
So I don't know if it's past like what their cutoff date is for being able to do it, but
yeah,
I was hoping
the extension too.
Yeah. What I was hoping is that she'd come back and go, okay, well, I'll make it work.
Right.
So
yeah, I wish she would, but she's trying to just like stay out of all the drama.
Do you think what do you think the reason is for her ditching Blake? Do you think she really has?
I don't think she really has. I think they're just like keeping it low key, because Blake, she's all about vengeance, obviously. So I think if she really was just like not friends with Taylor anymore, she would unfollow her. But, she's following her, and then Ryan is following Taylor and her brother. So at minimum, if they were just trying to like make things look good, he would at least just unfollow the brother and keep following her. But I think she just wants to keep her PR image as clean as possible. So she's
So you think they're still friends?
Oh yeah. It's just like what happened at the Chiefs game this Sunday. So
What happened?
did you see she had a screen in front of
Yes.
her when she came in? So she was actually doing that because Travis Kelsey came onto the stadium, like came onto the field with a few other football players wearing a shirt saying free this one player. I forget his name.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
that guy literally caused a wreck on the highway.
yeah. Going
Very
speeding.
damaging. And yeah, and it was a hit and run. And he was also, under the influence. So it's like, what are you talking about? And he didn't even go to jail. He's not even in jail. He literally just got a fine, is suspended, like nothing's happened. What are you talking about? Free him from what? So I think she was just doing that so that way no one has photo evidence that she was there, but she was still there to support him.
The cameras didn't get her at all.
No, because they made sure they didn't pan to that suite at all.
Okay, so
yeah.
that was interesting to me because if you watched the podcast,
Mhm.
did you watch Kelsey's podcast?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, the New Heights one.
Well, yeah. So he said one of the things that impressed her about Taylor is that she didn't have to go in a secret side entrance. She just like marched into the stadium just like every other person. And he's like, wow, that's pretty cool. She's a cool chick for that. And then here we are. So do you think it's because of the Charlie Kirk incident at all?
I honestly don't think so, because if it was that, she would have came in those other entrances that he was kind of referring to, that he could have, had her go down. Because there are other entrances that she can go to that the paparazzi aren't going to see her in that tunnel area. So she doesn't have to go that route.
That was weird.
So, like, that's why it's like, I think she was just like, it was kind of her way of letting people know, like, she's there, but you don't have any like photo evidence. So that way no one can actually say, yes, she fully was there. Kind of like she's supporting him, but laying low about it. Because again, it's the public image. They can't have a picture of him wearing the shirt next to her at the game. That's just not going to look good.
Yeah.
Because immediately after the game, everyone was talking about the shirts and making articles about it. So, again, she has an album coming up too. So she just wants that drama completely gone.
It'll be interesting to see how okay, do you think they're in love? Travis and Taylor? I
think so, because after watching like the podcast, like it seemed like they are, but like I think she's so trained to keep a wall up that's why it seemed like there's moments where other people were kind of reading into it and thinking, it's something else. But I feel like it is. What do you think?
I do too, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out now, because when they got together, we're getting off kind of
that's okay.
off on this thing, but that's okay. Okay, because they got together at a high point, right? She was doing the Eras tour. She was, or was it? Yeah, the Eras tour. She was doing. She bought back all the rights to her songs. He's coming off of win after win after win.
Yeah, and then all of his acting that he did, and then the commercial. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how well it goes when they start to have disappointments. Say if he doesn't win. When she starts, because I feel
a big disappointment with the Super Bowl though, because that was going to be like a dynasty thing. Because if we won like 3 times in a row, that was like that would be the first time any football team has ever done that.
Yeah.
So that was a huge disappointment. But then they're kind of using it to their benefit because now they're making a documentary about it. So So
and then so I will, and I'm hoping the best. I really think I love a good love story. I'm a sucker. I mean, and I love that Taylor like has hopefully found her forever like husband, and they have babies and all that.
Oh yeah. Did you watch I'm totally blanking now. Go ahead. I just totally blank.
So I was talking about them like getting married. I wonder if they'll televise it. Do you think they'll televise it?
I don't think she will, because I am pretty sure in one of her songs she made a lyric that said like, "You're not invited." But I think at least we would get like maybe a book of like photo book of photos from it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe she would do that for her fans, or like maybe come out with a wedding album. I don't know.
Haha. That'd be
Like an
kind of
album,
cool.
dedicated to her wedding and her marriage and
Yeah.
all that.
A play,
Maybe.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll perform at her wedding?
No, I don't know. That's a really tough. I don't think she would like perform, but I think she would do like a karaoke with all
A
her friends.
little, a
Because like she's
song
friends
for
with
them.
so many singers where they could just have a stage, set up a microphone, and everyone's just singing their hearts out.
I'd love to
And that
see
would
that.
be a fun concert to be at. So if they recorded that, I think a lot of people would watch it.
So do you think that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds their marriage is everything that they seem to
Um,
want to make it?
think so. I feel like it's very like more for like the show of it. Like I think Ryan uses Blake as kind of the trophy wife, just look at the beautiful woman by my side, and doesn't really care about her because he doesn't ever post anything, sentimental about her. But you see Blake just pouring her heart out for this guy. Like, I feel bad for her at this point. What do you think? Like, especially
It
with their like
does.
latest appearances, like, what did you think of that?
He seems real busy. He seems
Yeah.
real busy, and like he's just all about Ryan.
Oh yeah.
He's all about Ryan. And
Because he doesn't even post her for her birthday or Mother's Day. Like,
yeah. And Van Zandt, I'm hoping, I
Mhm.
just saw, I didn't pay a lot of attention, but somebody had brought one of the attorneys that's on TikTok had
Mhm.
brought up Van Zandt and the possibility of that coming back again, because it was a big deal for a bit, and then it's kind of gotten quiet regarding
Right.
Van Zandt. So I just want them to fry. I want them to
Yeah.
pay is what I want.
I really want to see them in jail.
Yeah.
Like, if that's a possibility at all, which I know is not going to happen, but that's a dream.
Or, sued to oblivion like
Yeah.
Brian Friedman.
Right. Yeah.
Love him. Okay, so
He is
there's a
so
lot of
funny.
controversy. There's some controversy around Brian Friedman too that I learned through this.
Tell me about that.
When Brian Friedman was in college,
Mm.
him and his buddies were accused of rape, and they ended up settling
Mhm.
with the female that
Mhm.
that brought charges against them. But yeah, that was something that I
That's
found out on Twitter.
Yeah. Huh. See, it makes me really skeptical when they settle because to me, if you settle in a case like that, you're like, saying that you're guilty. But I know other people take it, different ways. But
Yeah.
that definitely is like interesting
Yeah,
thing
I
to think
know
about.
that is,
Yeah.
and I do too. I'm the same way. So if you settle,
Mhm.
I'm like, what do you have to hide?
Yeah, because I'm like,
But
why are you just like putting this under the rug so no one sees any more about it?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I had learned that because I had made a post and somebody said, I'll have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
I want the information, and
Mhm.
to have an open mind and open eyes to the reality of things. So I
Right.
said, what do you mean? Blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And so they said that, and I looked it up, and in fact, it's true.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So, but I do, whether will only they know what
Mhm.
happened, but
Oh yeah.
what he's done after the fact, if
Mhm.
is what's important now, because that was back a long, long time ago.
Right, definitely.
Not that
Like something changed. Yeah.
but we just don't know. Other than that question mark,
Mhm.
it does cause me to go a little bit
Right.
like, "Ugh." But I do
Yeah,
love
side
his
eye kind of.
fire.
Yeah.
Anybody with some fire, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're my person. Yeah, I love
I
you. I
love it.
love you guys. Show me the
Have you
fire.
talked to any of like the pro Blake or had to deal with any of them on your channel coming at you?
No.
Mhm.
Usually I'll just ask a question, and I
Yeah.
just want to know, facts of what they have, and mostly
Mhm.
I've been pretty lucky that I haven't had a lot of a lot of meanness,
Oh, good.
and pro-Blake people
Yeah.
attacking, and if they want to get straight into just calling names or being insulting, then I don't mind blocking.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't mind.
Yeah, that's easy. Like, outside, out of mind,
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Britt, when I was talking to Britt, she says, I'm doing you a favor. I can see I'm triggering you. I can see I'm upsetting you. I'm going to help you out. And
Yeah.
you don't ever have to see my stuff again. Block.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
like
like,
that.
oh, that's a really great way to think of it.
We have to use that, yeah. I love that. Brit is the best.
What's that?
I said Brit is the best.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
good.
it's awesome.
She makes me laugh. We've got so many good people.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. As about Blake and Ryan,
Mhm.
their marriage, it doesn't look like he cares a whole lot,
Mhm.
but I'm like, I don't know. I have a hard time if somebody's doing wrong, and they're in my life and I'm personally connected with them. I'm not just going to sit back and let them. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Well,
going to support them in public. So maybe that's why he's not supporting her in public. Right.
yeah. Because I mean, they've been seen together, but he hasn't really. I mean, at least like he seemed like he was being a hype man. That one, video when they had him taking pictures of her
Yeah.
but that's really about it. Like you haven't
Oh,
really
yeah.
heard much from him.
So, and he hasn't gotten, he hasn't gotten the negative coverage that I think he
Mhm.
deserves as far as all this is concerned. And you know how did you see the video I made to Blake when I was
No, I did not see that one.
okay?
No.
So
Mm-mm.
I made a video, basically a message to Blake, and somebody says you should make one to Ryan, and
Yeah.
I don't know what I would say.
Oh
What
gosh,
would
where
you
to start
say
with
to Ryan?
lose
Because
the
I'm like,
battle.
first of all, where are you? Like, I'm
Damn.
like, if you love your wife and you support your wife, then why are you not speaking out? I mean, there are
Yeah.
things you can say that are. Oh no, my thing just zoomed in because I used my hand. Hold on.
Gorgeous.
Wow, that's
New profile picture.
close. I thought I turned off hand gestures, and apparently I did not. I'm gonna hold on. I gotta pop over here.
We're
That
slowly.
was. Oh my goodness. I can't use my hands apparently. I have to be careful. Okay, that's better. Whoa. It's gonna do it again. I would say, like, where are you if you love your wife? And why aren't you saying
Right.
something? Because you can't say everything because of the
Yeah.
lawsuit. Like, there are things you can do, and you're
Oh
a
yeah.
coward.
Yeah, because you would think like, oh, she's going through like how Blake would quote it, the lowest lows of her life.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that he would at least use Mother's Day and her birthday as like a time to really hype her up, talk about how amazing she is, and everyone has it all wrong. She's just the best. And
And
instead, he just mums the word, and then
yeah,
she's the only one saying anything.
and the
So it's just,
most he can
yeah,
do is show up on Saturday Night Live where he's the star.
yeah, exactly. He's always the star. It's just like the John Candy documentary. He's somehow miraculously like the star of it, even though if you see the cast list, there's so many like better actors and actresses that could have been the star, like the headliner per se.
That
But
actually knew him,
yeah,
that
exactly.
actually worked with him.
Yeah, or his family, they're still alive. So
Yeah.
it's
Do you
strange
think
that
do you think these people know about Ryan? Do you think they know? Do you think they're paying attention to the lawsuit like we
I
are?
don't I think they are, like, I think some people are, but there is a huge majority that have no idea about it. But then also like the ones that do or hear whispers about it, if they're in his circle, they might ask him about it, and he's going to put on the best math he possibly could to be like, oh no, that's all a lie, and you know, walk circles around him to make him, take a side. Do you think that any of them would end up going against Ryan if they, found out that they are the ones that did it to Justin and everything for like the New York Times and so on. Oh, I can't hear you.
I would think so.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me? I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
think so, but maybe we just don't know the extent of this person's power. That's the only thing.
Right, yeah.
Or it just doesn't make sense because there have been other stars that got themselves in hot water, and other people, other celebrities spoke.
And that's why I
didn't
think Taylor
hesitate.
Swift is such a huge part of it, because I think, not only is like one, it's Ryan's networking because he's tied to so many businesses and so many people, and some of them are like very powerful, well-known companies like Disney, Sony, Warner Brothers. And then you have, they're best friends with Taylor Swift, who is, the world's biggest pop star, going around the world on the biggest tour known to everyone on the planet. So I just think since nobody knows whether or not they're actually not friends, no one's gonna like really, just jump that boat or
Maybe he
cut
has some
ties.
Diddy tapes on everybody.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Allegedly.
I mean, like
Mhm.
he's yeah. I don't know. It's pretty wild, and maybe that just Hollywood doesn't want everybody's eyes on them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
There's
their
times where I
motivation.
think he's a CIA agent because, I don't know. I don't put anything past anyone at this point. But there's also just so many other ties where I'm like, out of all things, you hired a CIA agent. That's just really odd. And only former CIA agent, like only CIA agents hire, CIA agents. So that's why
Yeah,
it just raises red flags.
yeah. Have you ever been afraid of the possibility, especially because we're so out there in
Right.
support of Justin? Have you ever worried, or do you ever like have it in the back of your mind as what if we're wrong? Like, and we get to
Yeah,
this
I
scene,
don't
like,
really worry about it because I know that like if we were wrong, I would just outright just, admit,
say, yeah,
yeah, wrong, now that we know the facts. And I would honestly just question like, why didn't you tell us this sooner?
right.
Like you didn't have to give us a subpoena to tell us this information,
Okay, you were subpoenaed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was
That's
that like?
oh,
Give me like how like
it's
on a
very
scale of 1 to 10, how stressed were you?
10, probably 11.
Really? Okay.
Because I was like, I started thinking of like worst case scenario, and I was just like really kicking myself of like, I started content creating, and now I'm possibly going to have my family go bankrupt and lose our home, and just end up having to move in with my husband's parents or something like, because who knows how, like if I got dragged into the courtroom, we would not be able to like survive those legal payments. So that was like the biggest stress. So I was like constantly like researching for hours and hours, trying to like find case documents and different lawsuits, having to read them to see if I could use that case for my motion. And yeah, it was stressful. And then even like I tried even just like finding a lawyer, and I'm from Kansas. So I really think everyone thought I was prank calling them. Like, no, like hardly anyone even responded back. And then the ones that did, they're like, we don't handle something like this. Like, so
No,
it was way above their head. So,
yeah.
and then I even
Yeah.
tried to reach out to some of like the free speech organizations, and they connected me to a couple lawyers, but they looked at the subpoena and they weren't able to help for whatever reason. So it was a nightmare. So
Ugh.
just trying to like get that whole thing together. Yeah.
And so how long from the time that you found out about the subpoena until it was withdrawn for you?
Oh gosh, I'm off. So I don't have the dates on top of my head because I know I wrote them down so many times. So basically what happened was like I filed my motion, and then I think it was the next day or like 3 or 4 days later, Blake Lively's team reached out to me asking for a phone call. And I was like, yeah, well, they didn't say phone call specifically. They just said for a call. So I assumed it was a phone call. But then after I said yes, and we said what time and date we were going to do it, they sent me a Zoom link. And so, I posted about it, because I was keeping everyone updated throughout the entire thing because one, I'm starting to content create and then trying to just keep everyone updated as things are happening because things were rapidly changing by the minute. And when I told people that, Cassidy O'Connell, if you've heard of her, she actually let me know that, hey, don't do that because Zoom puts your IP address in, in the corner. And even if it doesn't have it in the corner, the host can see it on their log. So, and that was one of the things that they wanted in the subpoena. So it was just a nightmare, So I canceled that and was just like, hey, I feel more comfortable if we do it, in writing. Because it was also on the Zoom call, I was going to be with 4 of her lawyers. So it was going to be Blake's lawyers against me with no legal representation. So it just red flags everywhere. So I even in my email, I told him can we just have it in writing and I'll even answer any of the questions you have as long as I deem them appropriate. And I listed out the questions that I had. They never responded. And the very next day they withdrew the claim, the subpoena.
So that was a couple weeks.
Yeah. It was probably basically it was a month ordeal total.
Oh my gosh. That's awful. So you'll never forgive Blake. Is that fair to say?
No, I don't.
You will never be never. Will you watch?
Especially because she never responded to anything. I was for even trying to get a copy of the subpoena was a nightmare. So it's okay, so you're going to subpoena me and then you're not even going to tell me what you want. Okay. So finally getting that 4 days later after getting the notice and then, filing my motion. It seemed like she was just trying to anyone that I almost thought since I used the hashtag, it ends with us in court. Ryan was like, you know what? This would be funny. We're going to drag her into court. So you're right.
So humanity in crisis.
They didn't go after my TikTok. They went after my YouTube with only 1 subscriber. So not it would make more sense going after my TikTok that had over 10,000.
Right.
But they did. Yeah.
Okay. So humanity in crisis. Can you see the chat?
It's really tiny for me, so no, I can.
OMG, the spatula. They said the spatula is full gangsta.
Yeah.
Full gangsta. It's got a grill. It's got grill.
Oh yeah, it's very shiny. That's too shiny.
So will you ever watch any movie that she's ever in?
I don't know. It's just right now she just has such a sour taste in my mouth. I probably would because I haven't seen the Another Simple Favor. So far, no. Do you think you would watch anything with them in it?
So I did watch Another Simple Favor. And again, to see, I'm just so interested to see what I can see that comes through of their actual personality and stuff like that. It was a terrible movie. And I don't feel like I'm saying that because of Blake Lively is Blake Lively and she's gross. I think I'm saying that because Blake Lively is Blake Lively and she's gross. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't know about her before this. I'm like, when the lawsuit hit, and I'm like, who's this? Who?
Right. I know. And then now hearing about her back history, I'm like, how did she even get to this point?
Yeah.
And I'm surprised Taylor's team even let her be pictured with her because it's you want Taylor next to someone that did blackface, really.
Yeah, that's yeah.
If you're trying to keep her image squeaky clean, that's not how we do it.
She's yucky. She's just really gross. So I did see A Simple Favor, and I didn't I guess I didn't know who she was. I didn't know her name. So I saw the movie before all of this, and I just was unaware of who that person was. I knew who Anna Kendrick was.
Right. Yeah.
And that's it. I didn't know anybody else.
Yeah. Everyone's new.
Yeah. So I don't think so. I mean, but part of me, I'm so super curious.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I want to see. And I feel like in Another Simple Favor too, we really got to see
a different side.
I think we get to see Blake in all of her glory and everything that she does.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Wardrobe and all. It was ridiculous. The big hat. I just saw like the reel for it just going down the stairs.
No. That was and I guess are they meaning to make it that ridiculous? I think they say they are, or do they just say they are because it's that ridiculous and they're trying to make a good movie?
Right. I think like they saw the backlash. They were like thinking it was all good in fashion. And then when the backlash came, they're like, yeah, we meant for it to be crazy.
We want it to be campy. That's like who Paul Feig is, whoever Paul Feig is. Ugh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, and now the guy that was the lead, that was with Blake Lively in that movie, that was like her spouse.
I'm so bad at the names. Yeah.
I don't know his name, but you know his face. He's coming, he's in a new movie with Brandon Sklenar and Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, what a comedy. Because Sydney Sweeney, like, are they just trying to get the most controversial people? Henry Golding was her actor husband.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Henry Golding played Sean. I did that Zoom again. I have to stop using my fingers. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm going to pop over here and make it stop. Oh my gosh. I need a spatula in my hand so I don't use it. Use my hand. Okay, hold on. Oops. I've got it down. I've got it down again. Okay, so that's the second time that happened. I'm going to have to Google how to turn that off. Hand gestures.
Yeah.
Okay, so Henry Golding played Sean in the movie. So that was her husband. So he's in a movie with Sydney Sweeney and Brandon Sklenar.
Yes.
What movie is that?
I don't know the name of the movie, but it's supposed to be where basically Sydney comes in and I'm totally blanking on her name. The blonde that was in Mean Girls, that played like the ditzy one that made the comment about she was the weather girl at the end. Of like, I can tell it's raining.
Oh, the housemaid.
Yes, the housemaid.
Okay. I just Googled. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're in.
And so they're
basically Sydney comes in and she's like their housemaid or house nanny, and then I don't know if the other girl's trying to kill Sydney or kill her husband, but someone's gonna go.
Have you read the book?
I didn't know it was a book, so that's interesting.
It's a good book.
I'm gonna have to read that.
So Humanity in Crisis said Blake is like APAC.
Yeah.
American Israel Public Affairs Committee. I had to look that up. That's how politically okay. I'll have to dig into that. Blake is something else. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I saw that they had all those together, I'm like, they're trying to get the most controversial.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what Sean has to
say.
say.
That Blake Lively posted those birthday posts of her the next day to kind of throw people off with her birthday, to think that she had any connection with Taylor Swift? Because you know how everyone was like, "Oh, Taylor posted this on her birthday."
No, I don't know. Tell me.
So I guess Blake Lively like posted all of her happy birthday messages from Instagram on her Instagram page the next day. So it threw everybody off because everyone thought, oh, today must be her birthday. That's why she's posting these. But instead, her birthday was yesterday. So then when Taylor made her own post, everyone thought that Taylor was specifically doing it in spite of, Blake's birthday, to kind of be like, F you, I don't care that we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, I think she's very conniving. It's
Mhm.
obvious that these two both have purpose in every single thing they do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely think everything through.
Yeah, it's all on purpose. Hi, Just Delisi. She just joined. Well, I don't know if it's a she or a he, but hi.
What did you think of Blake's, Blake, I guess Blake and Ryan's Time 100 nomination?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's obvious everything's paid for.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just Hollywood's just an exchange.
Mhm.
It's so obvious, and I think it's so tied up in politics. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
all of it is. So yeah, and I think it was gross. It was really gross, and then the speech was really gross.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's like, why are you bringing your mom into this now of all times?
And no details and no context, and there's been nothing.
Yeah.
I went to Reddit.
Notice they've been starting to hide behind their moms, because like she brought her mom, and then Ryan bringing, his mom to like the press stuff for It Ends With Us, and then now for his press for John Candy. It's like she's like standing
Yeah.
right behind him, like his security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you see photos of him, and then she's just like in the corner, like.
I actually hadn't thought about that. That's funny. Yeah, bring the mom so that you look more innocent.
Right.
Yeah.
The mom go off on everyone.
And okay, so here's the last. We'll talk about Blake Lively, and then we'll move on. But when her outfit when she went to New York Fashion Week there, and she was on her best behavior, being kind and nice and smiley to everybody. I believe she was medicated. So I'm just saying that because I was looking at her and I'm like, she looks medicated. She didn't look.
Are you talking about the time with her in the brown outfit?
Yeah, the brown outfit. Yeah.
I honestly thought I thought she looked like she lost weight.
She lost weight.
That's why I didn't even make a post about it, because I honestly was kind of worried about her. So I almost made a nice post about her, but I bit my tongue.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah, I was like,
she was medicated. I allegedly, I'm alleging.
Yeah.
I could see that she was medicated, and that, and yeah, I'm like, she's on some good tranquilizer.
Yeah. Well, and then hearing about her Leslie Sloan, and she might be, into, snow. I'm just like,
probably. Yeah.
But it almost like, do you think maybe there's a possibility at all that Blake Lively could be in like a DV situation with Ryan? Kind of like where she is the Lily, but it's with Ryan. And that's why she got so triggered with Justin.
I think something's happened to her. I think I believe at some point something happened to her, not with Justin,
right, yeah,
not in this movie, in the past, in the distant past, because it's, to me, that is typical behavior of somebody who is projecting a past experience onto their present.
Mm-hmm.
That's my armchair analysis.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good at it, actually.
I like it.
But I think it's possible. I think it's possible she's in a situation where she is codependent, and she's kind of stuck with him.
Yeah, especially with how, he's the one that's, since he's the marketing person behind all the businesses, there's a possibility everything is in Ryan's name.
Yeah, all the money, and so she's just grown very
Mhm.
codependent. I think that's very possible.
Yeah. I've been thinking
And
that's a possibility. That's why, like, I've never gone too far at her, but once the subpoena thing happened, I've been harsher, but I still bite my tongue. Yeah.
yeah,
Just for that possibility, just because, like, it just seems like there's some other piece that we don't know about. Like,
yeah,
whether it has to do with the case or just Blake Lively or Blake and Ryan, there's something.
yeah. And I definitely think there's
Mhm.
something in her past that has
Yeah.
happened to her, and maybe it's
Well,
one of her
especially with
mom's.
her being seen with Weinstein and some other people that have been connected to Diddy. So it's,
Or maybe her
nothing's off the
mom,
table. Yeah.
possibly, yeah, possibly, and or like something. I don't know a lot of the
Mhm.
situation with her mom. Possibly somebody her mom, had around.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like something has happened,
Yeah.
which to me, I tend to have compassion or try to find. I don't have to try. Like I just like to see the best in people, and I
Oh, yeah.
look below stuff. There's times where I don't, obviously, where I'm like, I don't even want to see below because I just
Yeah.
think I know you.
Because
I
it's
don't
like
need to
everyone
look.
has like their origin story of like what made them get to where they are today. So it's like you have to find the full context, and everyone has the possibility of changing. Whether they choose to actually do so or not is up to them. But
Yeah. And I think, some of the chat is saying, Angel's Voice ASMR said she loves Woody Allen too. And I
yeah,
think a lot of times when you're in
oh yeah,
denial of something, an abuse that's happened to you,
mhm.
you, for whatever reason, that denial makes you kind of more um,
Kind of like the
gravitate toward,
Stockholm syndrome.
yeah, where you
Mhm.
gravitate and defend more of those people because you're in denial. Maybe she doesn't even remember.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Mhm.
And so it makes you like have sympathy for them, and yeah, so but I mean, I think there could be something that she's not fully aware of that's going on within her.
Mhm.
um but that doesn't change how I can't stand her and her
Yeah, I know.
behavior, because I
I
think
know.
there's
That's
no
why I'm like,
excuse
I
for it.
leave it as like, if until we know for sure, I'm not gonna, just because if she's already lied about all of this, I'm not gonna like, she's kind of lost the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
especially after the
Humanity in
text
Crisis
messages.
said,
That was like the
yeah.
first red flag.
Yeah, Humanity in Crisis said she just wanted movies. She just wanted it. Like, she
Oh yeah.
wanted what she wanted, so
And it wasn't even just the movie. She wanted the PGA a mark, because if she gets the PGA mark, then she can go for an Oscar or an Emmy. And she's,
that's yes, and you know
zero
what?
time nominated, Oscar winning.
That's a great point too.
Yeah.
Like, if she wanted those movies, then she's not gonna want people to question her, like, "How did you
Mhm.
get your position?" And if she's
Yeah.
defending these men, it's gonna seem like she legitimately got her the things that she got. Like, that
Yeah. Yeah.
just
So
yeah.
this is like her other route to go, especially
Mhm.
because like the one, if she did get close with them, most of them are in jail or have a bad rap now where they've been blacklisted, so she can't really go that route.
Yeah.
And she is a nepo baby too, so it's hard to tell how much leverage her family legacy has. Just because like her sister was a really big in like the 80s, 90s, I'm pretty sure, uh, early 2000s. I just don't think Blake has ever lived up to that legacy.
Yeah, and I didn't know a lot about her Robin. I
Mhm.
didn't know
I
about
didn't I
Robin
didn't know
either.
too much about her, but I just like I'd seen her periodic, like her face looked familiar because she had been in so many just like as like cameos or like side
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, I didn't know her name. I recognized the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you didn't, for at least I didn't see a lot about Blake with Robin up until
Mhm.
this
Oh yeah, up
this
until
time.
this year, it's like I don't think but I guess I never paid that much attention to what Blake posted, but I don't think Blake has ever posted this much about her sister.
No.
And that's
No,
what's sad
she
is like you would think that Ryan would be the one that's like, right by her side, like through all of this. Like he's her husband. Like he should be doing this. and instead it's
Yeah.
her sister, which like obviously, yeah, your sister's going to do that too, but your husband should equally be doing that.
Right.
And so that's why I'm just like, where's Ryan? But yeah.
And at the same, yeah, where's Ryan? But Ryan, go
But then
away.
when you saw their PR stunt that they did at when they went on like the 5-day tour where you saw them together 5 times in a row of like different events, like they did the Wrexham and then some of the runways for the Another Simple Favor, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of ate them alive for it. So I think since then they're just like, we'll steer clear because we have to keep Ryan's image as clean as we can to keep the businesses from surviving.
They're saving that side of the business.
Because he's added to his website too, to where like before it just used to show maximum effort and then 2 of Blake's businesses. And now he has like all of his projects listed and then Blake's projects. So that way, like it's not front and center. So it's just kind of like, don't look at this, like focus over here.
Yes. I mean, that's always what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Look over here.
They're always
Look
like
over here.
manipulating everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I promised to get to some of the questions. We won't be able to get through all of the questions. So there were some of the questions that I had as about the upcoming surgery. So so here's the thing. I felt okay. So in one of my posts, I posted, I think it was maybe in the video. So I made a song. I made one of those diss tracks. It's on YouTube. It's look what you made Tay do. And it
love it.
I'm very immature, you guys. So, but anyways, I worked a long time with AI to help me do the song itself, and then like just threw together compilation of things. But on one of them, I did a before her nose job and an after her nose job. There we go with the hand signals again. Make me stop. Yeah. Okay. Gosh. Okay. Don't use your hands, Teresa. Somebody has to help me figure out how to take this off of hand gesture. Okay, here I'm going back down to 1.3. Goodness. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so I had done in the compilation a picture of her before pre-nose job and after, and I'm like, I feel like a hypocrite. I feel kind of bad because I've had rhinoplasty, but she deserved it.
Okay. Well, and you're open about it. She's not going around like admitting that she's had anything done. She's just like, this is me, I'm natural.
Like all of them. Well, and which a lot of people do because they're ashamed of that. I'm not. I'm like, I mean, there's nothing, if that's you and that's what you want to do, go for it. Did my camera get darker?
As long as it makes you happy and it's not something that like, fuels your insecurity even more, like it's not a problem.
Yeah. So I did that and I felt a little bit of that, like, anyway.
How was your first experience?
So I went to Turkey, and people have asked, like, why did you do that? And so I went to Turkey. It is a quarter to a third of the cost in Turkey. I always so here's one thing. I grew up like we all do, like with things that we dislike or would really rather change about. Or some people, I don't know, maybe not everybody.
Everyone
I know some people.
Okay. Yeah, everyone does.
I've always had really full cheeks, so it didn't matter. Like, I'm like, I would really like, so my birth mother had like a gorgeous high cheekbone. She had like these nice, like what I think is beautiful, like these,
right, like the high cheek,
and the thin cheeks. And I'm like, that's so beautiful. I think my mom is so beautiful. And I wanted to have that. And so one of the things I always wanted to have changed was a little bit less roundness in my face. And then it wasn't until I got older that, people, your nose grows As you
Really?
get older, it doesn't necessarily grow. It like
Yeah.
gets a little kind of like pulls down more and more
Uh,
and all that. And so as time went on, I'm like, that's happening. I
mhm,
would like, and I also had this idea of what, what kind of nose I would have ideally.
mhm.
And then,
How did you pick what nose you wanted? Like, did you
how,
just like go on Pinterest and look at different people's noses?
yeah. Oh, so back in the day, there was a show
Mhm.
called Knots Landing. It was
Oh,
a nighttime soap opera like Dallas.
mhm.
You probably don't you don't remember
Yeah.
this because I think you're quite a bit younger than me. But I'm using my hands again. I'm gonna sit on my hands.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
like,
make the camera do stupid things. So there, I don't even remember her name on there, but she had the cutest nose, and I'm like, oh, if I ever had a nose, that's my dream nose. But yes, I went on to, I went on to websites on not on Pinterest necessarily. I just was like looking at different actresses' noses or not actresses. Like there were actually I would just see people's noses on, TV and go, "Oh, that's a cute nose. I like this part about it and that part about it." And so one of them was Love Island. My daughter-in-law watches Love Island. Shout out to Ginny. Anyway, and one of the characters that she really liked, I'm like, oh, she has a cute nose. So I just had a bunch of different pictures, and
right. So you had like an idea of what kind of you
yeah,
were going for.
yeah. So I knew I wanted that, and so somebody I know had gone to Turkey, and then she had a friend who went to Turkey, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just pay attention to how that went.
Yeah, yeah. Let them go
You
first.
go first.
Yeah.
Good
Better
luck
safe
with
than
all
sorry.
that. Let me know everything.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looked great. It went great.
Yeah,
And like I said, it's a third to one quarter of the cost of
yeah.
like a mediocre, that's not even like a top-notch
Wow.
surgeon in the United States. So you can
Yeah,
get a top-notch surgeon in Turkey for a fraction of the cost. And
yeah,
and
it's still
then
cheaper no matter what.
yeah.
Mhm,
And then the tickets aren't super expensive unless you're
mhm,
going, on business class or first class, and it gets up there, but you can get a ticket to Turkey for under $600, just depending on what time of year you're going.
mhm,
And then I mean, you can get your whole stay for $1,000. I was there for 10 days, and it was $1,000,
mhm.
for that. You can get a nurse. You can
Oh
hire
my
a nurse
God.
who, can help you with the language barrier. They'll
Okay.
travel, to the hospital with you,
Mhm,
stay with you. I had somebody for 3 days, and,
oh,
so they were at the hospital, they went to the
mhm.
hotel with me, they helped me with that, so,
And did they do
um
like a package with you for like a hotel inclusive stay?
yeah, so
Mhm.
they included the hotel, although that hotel was scary.
Oh, no.
N I did not like the area the hotel was in.
Oh gosh.
It made me I would pick my own hotel,
Yeah,
and I
that,
did this time. I
yeah.
did, and I didn't specify to them, "Hey, I want this type of hotel," so they just did whatever package. Um, so they did that, and then they had a driver, and they, took me everywhere I needed to go to my appointments and to the airport.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So I
So
was
it's almost like a little luxury trip in a way, kind of.
well,
Minus
that's the
the
thing. I in my mind, I had this built up idea of it's gonna be like a spa getaway.
yeah, yeah.
It
And it was
wasn't.
nothing like that.
So I walk into the hotel, and it's a closet. It's I'm like, "What the where did they put me?" And I'm
Like, did I
going,
come to the right place?
This will not do." Also because I have a nurse, and they're like, "Where's the nurse? She's not sleeping in bed with me."
Yeah.
So I go, "Guys, I need can you get me a better room?" So a bigger
Yeah.
room. So they got me a
Mhm.
bigger room.
Oh, good.
And so it had another bed for the nurse.
Mhm.
And the other thing I didn't anticipate is the power outlets. You need adapters because they're all the European outlets. So I needed to charge something. I'm like, oh, I can't charge anything. And so the surgeon's driver took me to the mall. But outside my window of the hotel, I was in the ghetto, y'all. It was scary. And
you're in a foreign country and you're like, I don't know where I'm at.
And you don't speak the language that they speak. And so I was a little bit scared. And so I definitely wasn't going to go explore. I only planned enough time.
You went by yourself too, other than like having the nurse with you.
Yeah. And I did that for cost reasons. So people are like, why did you go by yourself? Well, I mean, I'm trying to save money here. I want to get what I want for the, best bang for my buck. So, and I thought I'd be strong enough. I was pretty wimpy. I came out of surgery crying and I missed everybody. The time difference is 8 hours from Central Time. So everybody's going to bed when I'm up and all of that. So I like to be alone, actually, in my house.
Yeah. But not when you're like, somewhere, and you don't have anyone to talk to.
Or when you're recovering. So I'm just like to feel cozy. So that part was a challenge, and it was harder than I expected to be. So this time when I go, I am going to like that. I've set up a hotel that I feel good about. I'm meeting the nurse beforehand, so I feel like I know her, not just meeting her the day of surgery. I'm going to have the refrigerator stocked with the things that I need beforehand. So I think if I definitely recommend it if that's something you want to do. And obviously you have to go to the right surgeon, and I'll be happy to share that information with anybody who wants it. Just send me a message. Yeah. So that was one of the questions, is why Turkey? Why alone? So that was just all cost. The language barrier was the biggest surprise, and the recovery and being alone through that was another big surprise to me. Yeah.
We handled it well, because especially a lot of people would be panicking just with the hotel alone. So having all of that build up, you gotta give yourself some slack.
I was trying not to. I'm like, oh my God.
That's overwhelming.
What did I do? Yeah. And I've not,
Was it the nurses' first time going to Turkey?
The nurses? No, because they're over there.
Oh, okay. So they just so they come to
there's
yourself.
A service.
You travel from the US to Turkey with you.
No, there's a service, and they send you somebody to be a companion. And either it's a nurse, or it can just be a person who just goes to keep you company and help you out. So no, but I expected her to be able to speak better English than she did. So this time I asked the nurse, the person who owns the business, I said, I need somebody who knows better English. That'll make me feel more comfortable. And so they've arranged for that to happen. And
hopefully this next time is way better experience. You've got, a better idea of what's going on, and a better hotel.
Yeah. And I'll have movies downloaded, and, books that I know that I want to read, and then times set up for phone calls with people. Although I don't remember talking to my family. My son was just here the other day, and I'm like, I don't even think I talked to you very much. He's like, I talk to you every single day.
That's how my friend was when I went to visit her after she had her baby. Like, me and my sister went, and then like she came home and she's like, you didn't come see me. And I was like, we were there. She just like completely didn't remember.
I know. Yes, book a nicer hotel. Just Khaleesi said, yes, I did book a nicer hotel, and I actually did Google Earth so I could see the neighborhood that it was in. So it wasn't in that like crazy kind of neighborhood that would scared the heck out of me.
Right.
And yeah. So I think, let's see, there's a bunch of others, and I'll get to them another time because I know we've been on a bit. Yeah. And I don't want to keep you too long. I know you have a young one.
Next week we'll be back with more.
But there's a lot of good questions. I will go over them in future videos. And if you do want information about the surgeons that I've seen, so I had a rhinoplasty, I had a mid facelift, I had the blepharoplasty where they take eyelid material off so that it doesn't look as heavy there. There is, you can see right here, there's a little bit of what they call dog ear. And so that's an adjustment that has to be made. Just where the material, like if you sew something and it pooches like at the edge, you know how it can do sometimes. So that's basically what happened here and here. That's the only thing that I wasn't happy with. And then so I did a mid facelift. So now I'm going to do this lower facelift, and it'll lift my neck too, and then a little bit of a brow lift that'll open my face
How
here.
How did the scarring go? Did it scar at all, or can you not tell
It's
at all?
really no. It's I don't even know.
I can tell from the camera.
There's a little bit here, and then on this side there's a little bit, but nothing you can see. And then the scars, the incisions for the facelift here are in the hairline. So when I do put up my hair, I want to go like this a little bit because you can see a little bit, but it's not bad at all. And so with the lower facelift, what they'll do is he'll come and I can't use a mirror or a camera, y'all. Okay, so the scars will be like at the edges of the ear and that, so it'll be hidden. And then the neck, hopefully that'll be real. The neck is what really bothers me. Getting older, I didn't ever care about until it started to happen.
Right.
The
result, like no one can talk until they get to that point. So.
Well, I love the wisdom that comes with age.
Yeah.
I love the maturity. I love everything else that comes with it.
Yeah. And you've got to feel confident because you don't want to just like live life constantly feeling, insecure, not wanting to do certain things because of, feeling uncomfortable. You deserve to be happy. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody, I feel like you just
too. It's not like it's like an uncommon or taboo thing at this point.
I think still people, I worried about what my family would think and the judgment that they would have for a minute, but then it all boiled down to just being comfortable with what I need and what I want, and not letting anybody else's opinion. What you think of me is none of my business. I heard that. Yes, I heard that a long time ago, and so I was like, at this point, there's some. That's what I love about with age too, and not just with age. I think like you are so good at it. Is like I don't give a.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and if you don't like it, see you later.
Oh yeah, I've always had an authority, like a thing against authority. So I'm just like, if you're going to tell me what to do, I'm definitely not going to do it.
You're definitely not.
Even if it was like something I was going to do, the fact that you now told me to do it, no, off the table.
for sure. Or like, I'm going to like find out why.
Right. Yeah.
I've been like, if you tell me I can't do something in this, I take that as a challenge a lot of times.
And that's a good way to look at it because then it fuels you to go even further.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's helped when I've had sales jobs, and they're like, there's this ceiling, and nobody's ever broken that record. And I'm like, for that on a personal level, it has in the past been more of a challenge to tune out those voices that are defeating. But
It takes practice and a constant daily, reminder of like, you have to keep telling yourself like, okay, it's, I got to put me first before everyone else. And just keep telling yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Because you put your oxygen mask on first.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and at the end of the day, like you're the one that, when you're on your deathbed is going to have regrets or not. No one else is going to be thinking about like, oh, I regret so-and-so not doing this. Like they're only going to be thinking about themselves.
Yes. 100%. Jessica
Is your
Lisi
family
said,
supportive of your surgery?
bye, Jessica Lisi. Thanks for being here. Yes, my husband is super supportive. My kids is super supportive. There was more concern from other extended family of, oh, like, why would you want to do that? Like feeling bad almost for me, like, oh gosh. And I'm like, no,
but it's like
don't.
they don't know the context or like, the full detail of everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this
thank you so much for inviting me on your channel. I appreciate it.
Well,
awesome. My first YouTube live.
I love that we did this and just jumped on. It was very short notice for both of us, and it was, which to me is helpful. It helps get the first time out of the way.
Oh yeah, just rip the Band-Aid is like the best way to do it.
Yeah. And then I will help you like figure out I know you had some questions about StreamYard and stuff. So
I appreciate you.
Yeah. I don't know a lot, but I will share every bit of information.
Right. Like we're learning together.
Yes. I would love to do it more and and get into more of what you think. And I love your personality and I love everything that you do.
I love everything you do too. I'm so excited. Like we got to connect from at least, the Blake Lively thing. I can say one thing, like it connected us to like really cool people.
Yeah,
so
for
I'm
sure.
appreciative of that.
Yeah. And everybody, thank you for being here and for listening and for staying. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. My email is on there. Also, Existing to Thrive. Tens is on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And please subscribe and hit your notification bell. And see you next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one.